What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of March 10th to the 15th. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, we're going to get started with AUD CAD on the weekly chart. And for anyone new, just want to let you guys know that the orange flags here are ranging pairs, which I most likely will not be trading this week. The blue flags are pairs I'm waiting for a nice breakout and confirmation on the lower time frames. And the pink flags are the special pairs which I'm actively looking to trade this week. So this one, guys, I have marked orange, and that's because right now we've had a nice retracement back on the weekly chart here to around the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And price right now is in the cloud. We have 2 out of the 3 Senyoku Kyoten signals. So we have a gold cross here. We have the Chico span above the candles. And now we would need price to break the Senko span B, which is the thick white line here, and a Kumo cloud twist. So guys, right now we only have 2 out of the 3 signals, and I'm expecting price to retrace back down in the bearish direction. And if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that we're starting to get an inside bar here. So we have a doji forming here, a doji candle, and it's an inside bar. So this is usually a signal for reversal. So I'm expecting price to retrace back down first, either to the Senko span B, which is nice and flat, the Tenkan-sen, or the Kijun-sen here. The most conservative would be the Senko span B, and then Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. So I have this pair just retracing back into the Ichimoku cloud this week on the daily, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, AUD Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Now guys, we have 2 out of the 3 Senyoku Kyoten signals. So we have a gold cross here. We have the Chico span coming above the candles here. But we need the price to break the Senko span B for the bullish trend to get confirmed. And right now we're starting to hit some resistance here in Senko span A. However, we do have the Gray Rabbit Gan line, which is one of my proprietary indicators that's flashing bullish. And it looks like the Chico span is going to be tracing up the candles. So right now, guys, I'm expecting a little bit further upside. And so this is what I've got for the daily chart here. And you can see that we have 3 out of the 3 Senyoku Kyoten signals here on the daily chart. Now we have a nice gold cross here. We have the Chico span above the candles. And then we have a nice N wave that broke through Senko span B here. And we have a bullish Kumo cloud twist, which we're starting to get some steam here. So we could be consolidating this week. That's why I have this marked blue. I'm waiting for the breakout, but I do expect price to reach up to this resistance level up here, which, hold on, that got moved, sorry guys, which should be at the 0.58652 level. And from current price to that level, we've got about 52 pips. So I'm expecting price to reach up to these levels, but we could see a retracement first. So right now the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are both flat. This Kumo cloud is still a little bit small to trust. So we could see price retest this the resistance level, which is now the support. So we could see that a retest of this level first, and then possibly even the Tenkan-sen, the Senko span B, or the Kijun-sen. But overall, this is a bullish N wave up, and I'm expecting at least a 1-to-1 extension here on the Fibonacci extension. So we got that drawn in. And so to the 1 level, which would be past this resistance from current price, is about 66 pips. So not a whole lot of room to run, but I am expecting further upside on this pair. Okay, AUD Japanese yen on the weekly. Now overall we have a bullish Kumo cloud with a nice structure here. Price is above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. However, the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko span A and B are all flat. And so this tells us that price could be retracing this week. So guys, I have this pair marked blue because we're going to need to wait for a breakout and confirmation of the trend on the lower time frames. So right now we don't have that, and we're just sort of waiting for that. So I think price is going to be retracing this week, possibly back to this Kijun-sen level here. And if we look at the daily chart, you can see right now we're just consolidating in this zone here. Now let me clean this up. So the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are getting very close to death crossing. And we have the Gray Rabbit Gan line here, which is showing us that the market is now bearish. That's what this orange line here is showing us. We still have the Chico span above the candles, so we have 0 out of 3 Senyoku Gyoten signals, which are the bearish Ichimoku trend signals. However, it does look like we're starting to get closer to forming those. So this week we could be consolidating, and we're going to be waiting for a breakout of either this resistance level, 98.215, to confirm bullish N wave up, or we're going to wait for the breakout of this support level, which is the 97.277 level, to confirm this bullish N wave down, possibly back down to test Senko Span B here. So keep an eye on that one, but this is marked blue, guys, so we're going to need to wait to confirm that on the lower time frames. AUD USD on the weekly chart. Now guys, overall on the weekly chart, this is a ranging market. You can see that we have the Chico Span tracing the candles, we have the Kumo cloud overlapping and twisting, and we had a gold cross, and now we're starting to get a death cross forming. So this is showing me that the market right now on the weekly chart is pretty neutral. We've just been stuck in this range here, between this level here, which is the 0.68711, and then this level down here, which, sorry guys, let me move that down, which is the 0.62705 level. So right now we're just stuck in a range, but if we go to the daily, we'll get a little more detail. And so guys, on the daily chart, you can see that we have a bearish trend here. So we have a nice bearish Kumo cloud. However, we did have a really strong retracement back up to Senko Span A, and it looks like we're starting to get resisted here at these levels. We have a nice long wick pointing down, which is showing us a lot of pressure back in the bearish direction. And we have a doji candlestick forming on an inside bar. So this is a signal for me that we're going to reverse. And also when I pair that with the Taito Suchi here, so from this low to this low, we had 19 bars. From this low projected out to here this would be the Henka B, which means day of change. And this is showing us a possible reversal point, which it looks like we're starting to get that. And so if I project that out again, right here on April 5th, 2024 would be our next swing bottom. And so I'm expecting price to get resisted from these levels and continue back down. Now, we're going to need to wait to confirm the trend for the Ichimoku on the lower time frames. But right now it looks like we're getting a reversal date here, the Henka B. And so I'm going to be looking over the next few weeks to find an entry spot into this market and target this level down here. So from the current levels down to here is about 277 pips. So we have plenty of space to run. We're just going to need to confirm the trend on the lower time frames. Okay, CAD Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Now guys, overall this is a bearish Kumo cloud and a bearish trend here. We've been going down on N waves here. However, we had price which closed back above the Tenkan-sen. We've got the Tenkan-sen pointing back up. So we could be seeing price retest these upper levels here, either the Kijun-sen here, which is flat, and then also this flat area here of the Senko Span A. And it also looks like we have Senko Span A and Senko Span B starting to diverge a bit. So we could be seeing a Kumo cloud twist soon, and we could be getting our Sanyoku Kyoten signals, which would be the gold cross, the Chico Span above the candles, and price breaking the Senko Span B. So overall, we do also have the gray rabbit Gan line showing bullish, and we have the Chico Span tracing up the candles. So overall, it looks like we're getting a nice retracement here in the bullish direction. And if we go to the daily chart, you can see that we have the very beginnings of a new bullish trend here, and we had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals. So we have the gold cross here, the Chico Span above the candles, and we had price break on an N wave through the thick white line here, which is the Senko Span B, and we're starting to get a retracement back and possibly the N wave up. So guys, I think that this is going to be an N wave. We've had a nice consolidation already, and so I have this marked as a special pair. I'm expecting this to be breaking up hopefully this week. And so you can see too, I had the Taito Suchi. We had 17 bars from bottom to bottom. We had 13 bars from bottom to top, 13 bars from top to bottom. And so I've just projected 13 bars out, and this is going to be my target up here at the, so I've taken a Fibonacci extension here on this N wave, and hold on, let me fix that. So I've taken the Fibonacci extension on this N wave here, and I'm going to be targeting this nice flat Senko Span B area, which is the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension. And so from the current price level to there, is about 133 pips. So nice room to run there. We're going to be looking to confirm this on the lower time frames. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So right now, okay guys, we've got the 4-hour chart here. Looks like we're getting some bullish divergence here. We have higher lows here, but we're going to need to, this Kumo cloud is still, it's got a decent amount of steam in it. We do have a gold cross here, but we have the Chico span below the candles. So we're going to need to wait to break these resistance levels here and confirm on the lower time frames on the 1 hour the trend in the bullish direction and start looking for an opportunity to trade this pair. But this could be a really good one this week. This is CAD Swiss franc. And guys, I just want to take a minute and thank you all for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And for everyone who's returning each week and commenting, thank you guys too. And I just want to show you something. I'm very excited. I got one of my first products made for the website. This is just a test run. This is not available yet, but I'm making trading journals, limited edition coffee cups, and a few other special items that I'm going to be bringing to you guys. But I just got this in today, and it's a really nice notebook that I'm going to be personally using for documenting all my thoughts when I'm taking each trade. And I just like to, I like to keep it old school. So I also take screenshots of my trades to keep a journal digitally, but I want to also keep something where I can write my thoughts down real quick. So this is handy. I'm going to have these available on my website once that comes out. But yeah, guys, just wanted to let you know what kind of products and services and stuff that are coming out. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm going to be also releasing my book in the next couple months. So keep an eye on that. It's going to cover trading psychology, Ichimoku, and strategies that I've come up with on my own for trading the Ichimoku system in a sort of in a hybrid way with indicators that I created. So yeah, guys, keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, let's keep going. Okay, here we are, CAD JPY on the weekly. Now guys, I had a short position on this pair last week, which I closed out on Friday. So I'm no longer trading this one, but I closed that out. And yeah, so this was good last week, but right now I've got this marked as a ranging pair. So on the weekly chart, you guys can see that we have, this is called an ending diagonal in Elliott wave theory. And so this looks like this could be the end of this bullish trend here on the weekly chart. We're starting to get a nice retracement back down, which I think will break down to this Kijun-sen here, which is flat on the weekly. But you can see price closed below the Tenkan-sen. The Kijun-sen is flat, Senko span A is pointing up, and Senko span B is flat. But overall, guys, I'm expecting this just to be a choppy retracing market this week. And if we look at the daily, you can see that on the daily chart, we had a death cross here. We have Chico span below the candles, and we have the gray rabbit Gann line starting to flash bearish. So I'm expecting to get supported here at the Senko span A, and then have a retracement back up this week. So this is just going to be a ranging market this week, and I most likely will not be trading it. Okay guys, Swiss franc, Japanese yen on the weekly. Here's that same pattern. We talked about this last week, I believe. This is the ending diagonal here. So we've had 3 touches at least on here, and so it looks like we're coming back down this way now. We hit our carrot from last week pretty much. Let me just clean this up real quick. So yeah guys, overall though, on the weekly we have a bullish Kumo cloud, price closed below the Tenkan-sen, and now we have Tenkan-sen flat, Kijun-sen flat, and all Senko span A and B both flat. So this is a retracing market. I have this marked as a ranging market this week. And if we look on the daily, you can see that price is in the Kumo cloud. We had a death cross, we had the Chico span below the candles, and we are getting very close to breaking the Kumo cloud and forming the bearish Kumo cloud twist. But until that happens, I'm expecting price to be bouncing through this turbulence in the cloud. So this pair I will not be trading this week until we can get the third Sanyoko Gyukoten signal, which is breaking the Senko span B. And then I will start to reevaluate this pair. Yeah. Okay guys, Euro AUD on the weekly. As you can see on the weekly, this is a bullish Kumo cloud, but now price is in the Kumo cloud. We're getting closer to having a bearish Kumo cloud twist. We had a death cross, and then we had a gold cross. So guys, when we get these mixed signals, that this is just a neutral market. and that there really is no trend direction right now. We've got the Chico span overlapping the candles, and we have the Gray Rabbit Gone line flashing orange and now blue again. So this is a neutral market. We're kind of just stuck between this resistance level here, 1.68412, and this one down here, which is the support level of 1.61290. And so until we get a break of either of these levels, this is just a ranging market. And if we look on the daily chart, you can see that actually on the daily chart, we do have a bullish Kumo cloud here. Now we've had a nice retracement here. It looks like we had a double top here and a retracement. We've had a death cross here. We got the Gray Rabbit Gone line showing bearish, and we have the Chico span just slipping below the candles right now. So overall, guys, there's no trend direction right now on this. And I'm going to be needing to see more information and wait for more trends to develop on the lower time frames. But this week, I'm just expecting this to be a ranging market. Okay, guys, Euro Japanese yen on the weekly chart. And now I want to bring your attention to this. So we had a really sharp sell-off here, and now we've had a really sharp correction back in the bullish direction. And now when I see this is called a V wave in Ichimoku. And guys, when I see this V wave in Ichimoku, this tells me that the whatever the bears have done, the bulls have canceled it out. And so that, for me, especially since we have this bullish Kumo cloud, this is very bullish in my opinion, because we rejected this sell-off. So the bulls were like, no, we're not selling anymore. Boom, they brought price way back to these levels on the N wave. And so, guys, just when you're reading the candlesticks, they each tell a story. And you can kind of, start to tell the story once you get enough practice with it. But this is just one thing I notice about V waves, is that it's like kind of someone blocking your shot in basketball. The bears got their shots stuffed, and now the bulls are about to dunk on them. So that's how I like to think about it. Sounds ridiculous, but just keep these crazy metaphors and analogies. Maybe they help you guys. I don't know. But either way, this week I've got this pair marked as blue because I'm waiting for a breakout of this resistance level here at the 164.308 level. I think at least we're going to retouch this resistance level with price, but then we could be breaking out since this was such a strong rejection, and we got a nice N wave up here. Now, if we go to the daily chart, I just want to show you guys something. So on the daily chart, bullish Kumo cloud. However, price did close on this retracement here, but we don't have a death cross on the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. So we had price retrace back to this trend line here, which is the dotted pink line. And so if we can find support on this line, that's going to tell me that this is going to be an N wave back up. However, we do have a few mixed signals. So we have this marked blue. We got to wait for the lower time frames to confirm, because we also do have the Gray Rabbit Gone line here bearish, but Chico span is still above the candles. And like I always say, guys, the Chico span likes to trace the candles back up a lot. And now we're getting here, we're about to touch. So I think it's going to trace these candles back up, and we're going to at least hit this resistance level here. But we could even target this 1.272 level. And so from current price to up there is about 594 pips. But to be safe, this first, the one Fibonacci extension level is about 412 pips. So I'm going to be looking at this pair. And yeah, I've got the Taito Suchi. So from this top to bottom was 9 bars. From this bottom to this top was 17 bars. From this top to this bottom, 9 bars. And now I've projected 17 bars back out for this possible top. So that gives you a little bit of the Taito Suchi. I'm hoping to do more videos on that in the future. But yeah, we gotta just remember that that we can find patterns in these swing high and lows, and you can use those to project out into the future to find possible turning points in the market, which in Ichimoku is called Henka-bi, or day of change. So keep that in mind. If we get support here on this level, that's going to confirm this 9-bar Henka-bi. And guys, also something to note too with these, Gochi Hosada told us that we could accept up to 1 to 2 bars of deviation from these Taito Suchi patterns and from the Kihan Suchi numbers. So always remember that if you take this and it's 9 bars, that means that the next one could be 11 or it could be 7. So remember, we have some wiggle room to work with these numbers. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's my plan for Euro Japanese yen. And guys, I forgot to mention earlier, so for these trading journals, I also have these are going to be coming out in orange and white, and I'm pretty pumped about it. It got the logo on there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, I'm really excited to release all this stuff to you guys. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so this is I'm really flattered and just very grateful for everyone that is supporting the channel. So thanks a lot. Okay guys, Euro CAD on the weekly. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. Let me clean up these drawings. So you guys see it here, Chico spans overlapping the candles and just looks like pure chaos here. So this is, there's no trend on this market on the weekly. This is a neutral market and we're just stuck between this resistance level up here, which is the 1.50446, and this one down here, which is the 1.41578. So until we break either of these levels, guys, there's really no trend here on the weekly. And if we go to the daily chart, you can see that, so we had a gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and we have price right now just barely breaking through Senko span B, but we have a doji candle forming, so price could be retracing back into the Kumo cloud this week. But we do have a bullish Kumo cloud twist here. So this, if we can confirm an N wave outside of the Senko span B in the bullish direction, we can start to confirm a new bullish trend on the daily chart. But until we get that, this is just going to be a ranging market, perhaps in the Kumo cloud this week. So I most likely will not be trading this pair. All right, guys, Euro Swiss franc on the weekly. So we've had a nice retracement back up close to the Senko span A. It looks like we got pretty close to having a gold cross here with the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. And we have the Chico span coming up these candles right now. So this has been a deep retracement. However, it looks like we have an inside bar forming. So this could be a nice reversal swing point here on the weekly chart. And we could see price heading back down in the bearish direction. We've got a bearish Kumo cloud. So overall, this is a bearish trend. But we've just had a nice retracement in the past few weeks. Let's see, from here to here, that's about 10 bars. So if we project out here, 10 bars, this could be our next swing low possibly. So I'm gonna have that marked, but let's look at the daily chart. So guys, on the daily chart, since we've had such a deep retracement on the weekly, now you can tell that this is bullish. So, if you see that on the weekly, there's a good chance that if there's a retracement on the weekly, it's a good chance that the Ichimoku is bullish on the lower time frame, the one below. And it is. So we got a bullish Kumo cloud. We got price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. The Tenkan-sen's flat, Kijun-sen's pointing up, Senko span A is up, and Senko span B is flat. So this is not trending 100%. But this is very bullish because price is above the Tenkan-sen, and it looks like the Tenkan-sen is offering support here. So, this could be the beginning of a new bullish trend. However, this week, guys, I'm expecting a retracement back down to this level here. The first level would be 0.95578, and the next level would be 0.95154. So I've got this marked as a blue pair because we're going to need to wait for price to retrace and then break out and be trending on Ichimoku on the lower time frames. So this could be a good pair in the next couple weeks, but this week I think we're just going to be seeing a retracement. So it might not be, let's see. Yeah, that's about 85 pips from current price to these support levels. So this might not be, this might not have enough room to run. So we're going to need to wait for this retracement, but I do overall like the shape of this Kumo, and the possibility that this could be the next bull trend starting on the daily. So we're going to keep an eye on this one, but this one might need a few weeks to develop. So yeah, keep your eye on that, but that's Euro Swiss franc. Okay, Euro British pound on the weekly. Guys, I have this marked as a special pair. And thank you all for liking and subscribing. I'd just like to remind everybody to make sure you hit the notification bell, because I will be releasing my website in the next few months, and the book and everything and all the strategies. So I want you guys to know exactly when that comes out and when it's ready. Yeah. So guys, this is special because let me turn the drawings on. Well, actually, let me start just with the raw Ichimoku. So guys, we had the gold cross here. So we had a deep retracement up. We bounced off of sinker span A, back down, retraced back up, bounced again on the sinker span A, and now we had an N wave down, right? Now we've got another N wave down. We've got the gray rabbit gone line bearish again. We have a death cross here, and we have Chico span breaking below the candles. Now we had 1, 2, 3 attempts to break out. So if we don't, usually triple tops or triple bottoms, they don't hold. So if you see a triple bottom or a triple top and you see price coming, like punching through that direction, usually that after the third time price breaks through. So I'm expecting this price to break through these support levels here. And so this is the support level I'm watching, just 0.84997. And I'm expecting, so we have this trend line here, boom, we've broken through that, right? Now we had an N wave here, and now I've got this Fibonacci extension here, right? And so the first target would be down here at this 0.618, which I've got here on this trend line. And you're gonna see that better on the daily. So let's go to the daily. Okay, guys. So let me just look at the daily. So, okay, you can see long consolidation, nice bearish Kumo cloud structure. We have the gray rabbit gown line bearish in orange. Now, we've had two really strong candles here. We had a reversal candle and then this nice strong sell-off last week. And so guys, we got to break this support level. So I'm going to be looking in the lower time frames. We have the Gann fan in here. This is the 1-to-1 45-degree angle. Price has closed below that, and so that means that this bearish trend has resumed according to the Gann fan. So once we break this diagonal support, the next support level is this next angle here. So I'm expecting price, and then we've got this trend line here. So we could support off of this, or we could break through it. But either way, guys, if this one drops, it's going to drop nice and fast, and we could be targeting all the way down to this one Fibonacci extension level, and that from current price is about 150 pips. So I really like this pair. I'm going to be watching it, and hopefully can trade it in this week or next. But I'm thinking this week could be good. And so even on the 4-hour, we have a nice Kumo cloud starting to form. And so we just need to confirm by breaking these support levels. So keep an eye on this one, guys. That's Euro British Pound. Okay, Euro US dollar on the weekly. Guys, overall, this is pretty neutral. We have overlapping twisting Kumos, Chico span tracing up and down the candles. We had a death cross, and now we had a gold cross. So we have a lot of neutral mixed signals on this. We're just kind of stuck between the resistance here at 1.11423 and here at the support 1.07010. And so until we break either of these levels, this is just a ranging market on the weekly. Now let's look at the daily. So guys, I have this marked as a ranging pair because price is pretty much hovering inside the Kumo cloud here. We did get 3 out of the 3 Senyoko Kyoten signals. However, you can notice that we did not get a bullish Kumo cloud twist yet. So most likely, we have this doji bar here forming on an inside bar, and so this is probably going to be reversing back into the Kumo cloud this week. And when price is in the Kumo cloud, I typically don't trade it when it's in the Kumo cloud on the daily chart, just because it's very volatile and very rangy. And I think it's better to avoid that. And so guys, this pair just have ranging this week, so I most likely will not be trading it. British Pound AUD on the weekly. So overall, guys, we had a death cross. We had Chico span below the candles. Now it's tracing up. We had the gray rabbit Gann line bearish, and now it's bullish. We have a gold cross. So overall, these are mixed signals here on the weekly chart. We got pretty close to getting a bearish Kumo cloud twist, and these lines are very close to each other, so they could be twisting in the future. So overall, there's really no strong trend on the weekly. Now on the daily chart, we do have a bit better of a trend here. We have a bullish Kumo cloud. However, we did get a death cross here and then another gold cross. So price right now is just ranging here on the daily chart. And just this week, I'm just expecting this to be a ranging pair, and so I most likely will not be trading it. Okay guys, this is British pound, Swiss franc on the weekly. Now I had this marked as a blue pair. It looks like we hit our target last week, so we've just had price break through the Sanko span A and Sanko span B down here. But overall, this is a very strange overlapping Kumos, Chico span up and down on the candles. So this is not really any strong trend here on the weekly chart. Now, if we look at the daily chart, we do have a nice trend here. So we have a bullish Kumo cloud. We had this nice N wave and another N wave here. Now, if you see, we have this trend line here, this pink dotted line, and it looks like price is getting pretty close to hitting right up here where I moved this week's target to. So this is the 1 Fibonacci extension, and we're hitting right now into this resistance level here. So overall, guys, not a lot of room for this one to run in the bullish direction this week. To the top of this trend line is about 53 pips from the current price. You can see Tenkan Sen, the Kijun Sen, and Senko span A and B are all flat. So, we could go up, hit that carrot, and then start to retrace back down. So this could be a retracing pair this week. It is bullish in the long term because this is the first. So this is wave 1, 2, 3. We'll get a retracement and hopefully have a wave 5. So a wave 4 and 5, right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could reach up to this resistance level next. But this is going to be retracing this week. So we will mark this blue. We're going to keep an eye on this pair this month because we could be looking to re-enter for that wave 5 later this month. So I'll keep that marked blue, but this week I'm not sure that this is going to be the right week for this pair. So just keep that in mind. But that's British pound, Swiss franc. Okay, British pound CAD on the weekly. We got a nice bullish Kumo cloud here. It is a little bit skinny here, so it's not 100%, we can't trust it 100% yet, but it does look like we're about to break these resistance levels here. So that's this level here at the 1.73381. So you can see we've had a nice N wave up. We're starting to get through this resistance, and the target is going to be up here at the 1.76267 level. That's the previous resistance level here. And let's go to the daily. So guys, on the daily, you can see we had a nice few touches here on this trend line, and we're getting this bullish divergence here, right? We got this N wave here. This is a bigger N wave, which I'm measuring. And so this is how I've measured my Fibonacci extension. And our next major resistance level is up here. So from current price up to here is about 294 pips. We got price on an N wave now breaking resistance above the Tenkan Sen. Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen are pointing up, and the Senko span A and B are all pointing up. So this is trending bullishly on the daily time frame. So I got this marked blue. Now we've got a nice Kumo cloud also here on the 4-hour chart. So yeah, guys, this is looking pretty good. I would be looking to confirm a nice entry on the lower time frames on the 1 hour, and then looking to take a long-term target up here. And then this could be a possible first target here, 1.74812. And let's see, from current price, 148 pips, and then 286 pips. So lots of room to run on this one. And overall looks very bullish. Lots of bullish volume here. Let's see on the daily. So we have increasing bullish volume here. So yeah, guys, if we break this resistance level, this could be a really good one. So keep an eye on this one. British pound, CAD. Okay, British pound, Japanese yen on the weekly. Now, guys, this is very similar to the pattern we talked about earlier. This is an ending diagonal, and so it looks like we've had 3 touches on here. So now I have this breaking in. This could break in either direction. So we're gonna need to wait. Hold on, let me just zoom in a little bit for you. So you can see, all right, hold on, let me keep it clean. So price right now is above the Tenkan Sen. The Tenkan-sen's pointing up. However, the Kijun-sen is flat, which could be attracting price back down to it. The Senko Span A is pointing up, and the Senko Span B is flat. So right now, overall, this is pretty bullish. We have an inside bar forming here on the weekly, and so these this resistance level here, 191.326, or the support level 188.244 are very important, and whichever level we break out of is going to determine whether or not we retrace back to this level here at the Kijun-sen, which is 184.697, or if we break up and do one final touch on this ending diagonal line, and that could be up here at the 194.166 level. Now, either way, guys, there's a lot of room to run in either direction, and so we're gonna need to wait, and that's why I have this marked blue. I'm waiting for the breakout on this, because whichever way we break is going to determine, which direction we're going to trade in. But right now on the weekly, we have to be patient and we have to wait. And on the daily chart, let's clean this up a bit. So on the daily chart, we have an N wave here, right? We have a higher low, a higher low. We have this trend line here, which is, we're respecting. I counted these Elliott waves. So we got a new trend going up right now. However, we have been retracing. The Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen right now are getting closer to each other, so they could be death crossing soon. It's really going to depend on which way we break. Like I said, from either this level or this level. So keep an eye on this pair. I'm not sure what's going to go on this week with it. It could just be ranging, but it does look like we have an inside bar forming, and it looks like we got supported here twice on these Kijun-sen levels here. So I'm expecting price to bounce back up this week, and let's see if we can break this resistance level. That's 191.326, and then these would be your targets depending on which way this market breaks. We got to just wait and see. So be patient on this one. This is British pound, Japanese yen. All right, guys, British pound, US dollar on the weekly. And thank you everyone who is liking and subscribing. I really appreciate that. And so, guys, right now, this is a really thin, skinny Kumo cloud. Sort of just a neutral market. We had Chico span coming above and below, tracing the candles. The Gray Rabbit Gon line is bearish, and now it's bullish. This does look like an N wave. We had price. This looks like a continuation pattern, right? So we had price close above here, above this resistance level. So this looks like it could be an N wave up. And so that's why I'm thinking we get some further continuation up. However, if you look at the daily, this Kumo cloud is still too small to be trusted. And so we also have the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen flat, Senko Span A and B flat, a small Kumo cloud with not enough steam in it, not enough base, not enough structure. So we could be retracing this week back down to these levels. But we had a nice long consolidation here. And so let's measure this. So we had about 309 pips in this range. And so we've already closed above this resistance level, and 309 pips puts us back up around this resistance level. So usually when price breaks the range, we're going to need to retest this level. So we might retest back down and then continue on N waves up. So if we break out of these levels, we could have 309 pips to run. So I have this marked blue. I'm going to be looking to confirm on the lower time frames, but we could be reaching up to this previous resistance level. Whoops. So price could just be retracing back down and then bouncing up on this N wave. Here, this is a trend line here. So we could be hitting into that first and then ultimately reaching up to this resistance level here. So let me put a caret in there. So yeah, keep an eye on that. I got this marked blue. So look over the next few weeks, we could be seeing that happening. But right now we got an inside bar forming. So we got to look for the retracement first. All right, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen on the weekly. Overall, nice bullish trend. We did have price close below the Tenkan-sen, and so we got Tenkan-sen flat, price below the Tenkan-sen, We got the Kijinsen still pointing up a little bit. Senko Span A is up, and we got Senko Span B is flat now. So this, guys, this is a retracing market. I've drawn in this lower major trend line here, and so I'm expecting price to get supported and bounce off of this trend line or the Kijinsen. So I've got this marked as a ranging market this week because I've got price on a reverse N wave back down to this trend line, and so there's really not too much more room to run. We got about 48 pips. Looks like it's already starting to get supported. So yeah, not really too much going on here, and we almost have a death cross forming. We've got the gray rabbit gone line here showing that the market is bearish. But yeah, not a lot of room this week to run. So I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, USD CAD on the weekly. Now we're in the weekly chart, we're inside the Kumo cloud. We got Kumo clouds overlapping and twisting. We've got the gray rabbit gone line overlapping and twisting, and the Chico span going like crazy, overlapping and twisting. So guys, there's no real trend on this weekly market. And on the daily market, on the chart here, we have a bullish Kumo cloud formed, a pretty nice structure, a lot of steam. But we have price right now, which has a retrace back into the Kumo cloud, and we really don't have any trend direction here. It looks like we have a death cross forming, and we have the Chico span stuck and tracing the candles. So we're going to need to break out of these resistance levels here at the 1.36061 to confirm the bullish trend. But until then, guys, this is a ranging market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, US dollar, Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Now, guys, on the weekly chart, this is overall a bearish trend. However, we've had a really strong retracement back to Senko Span A. It looks like the Senko Span A and B are starting to diverge, and we're going to get a bullish Kumo cloud twist soon. We're also looking to get, so we've had a gold cross, a death cross, and now it looks like we could be getting another gold cross soon. So I'm expecting the trend to reverse here on the weekly and go back in the bullish direction. And now if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we have the very beginnings of a new bullish trend here. So we had a gold cross, we had Chico span come above the candles, and we had price break on an N wave through the Senko Span B, and we've had a nice consolidation here, a nice Kumo cloud structure here. And so this, in my opinion, looks like the beginning of a new trend here on the daily. But we are still waiting for price to break the resistance level here at the 0.88860 level to confirm the trend in this direction. And right now, guys, this market is just ranging. And so until we can confirm on the lower time frames, I'm most likely not going to be trading this pair. However, we have the Taito Suchi here. So from this low to this low was 17 bars. From this low to this high was 17 bars. From this high to this high was 16 bars. From this high to this low was that was 17 bars. So from this low to the next high could be around 16 or 17 bars. And so that puts us around March 29th. So right now it looks like this could be the Henka B. And once we start to get the trends forming on the lower time frame, we can look to enter a trade. Hopefully this will be an N wave up to this 1.272 target area, which is up around this Kumo cloud structure here. And that has a lot of room to run. From the current price to that level is around 272 pips. So yeah, guys, not this week. I think we're going to be ranging, so I most likely will not be trading this pair this week, but hopefully the following week. So make sure you check back in next week on Sunday. And I'm going to be updating this analysis because we could be getting ready to break out and continue the bullish trend on this pair. But yeah, for this week, just ranging, so I most likely will not be trading it. Okay, guys, last but not least, we got USD, Japanese yen. Overall, we got a bullish Kumo cloud. We had a gold cross. We have the Chico span right now tracing up the candles, it seems like. However, we did have a death cross here and now a gold cross. So this is sort of a neutral market here. We had a lower high here also, so we didn't quite break out of this resistance level. And yeah, so we also had the gray rabbit gone line flashing bearish and now bullish. So overall, guys, this is neutral right now. We do have price below the Tenkan-sen, but above the Kijun-sen. We got Kijun-sen flat, Senko span A pointing up, and Senko span B flat. And so until we can break out of this resistance level here at the 151.968, the 151.911 level, we can't confirm the trend yet on the weekly. And now if we go to the daily chart, you can see that on the daily, we've had a death cross here. We have the gray rabbit Gann line showing bearish. We had a consolidation range here and we just broke out of that support. And we've broken all the way down to the bottom of the Kumo cloud here. So we've got Chico span almost below the candles. And so overall, guys, this is a ranging market. There's no trend direction right now. And I most likely will not be trading this pair this week. All right, guys, that's it for the technical analysis. Now let's hop into the fundamental news. Okay, guys, now starting off this week on Sunday, March 10th, we have for the Japanese yen, the gross domestic product numbers coming out. So watch out for that. On Tuesday, March 12th, we have for the euro, harmonized index of consumer prices. We've got for the British pound, the unemployment rate, British pound employment change for January, British pound claimant count change for February. For US dollar on Tuesday, March 12th also, we have the consumer price index, excluding food and energy for February. We have consumer price index also for February. So yeah, consumer price index for US dollar for year over year for February, and then consumer price index month over month February for the US dollar. On Thursday, March 14th, for the US dollar, we also have the producer price index. We have the retail sales numbers coming out, and we have the retail sales control group for February also coming out on Thursday, March 14th. On Friday, March 15th, we have for the US dollar, Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index for March. Yeah, guys, so that covers the high impact news this week. This is fxstreet.com. I'm going to put that in the description below so you guys can use this website. It's very helpful to make sure that you're not about to take a trade right when the news is coming out, because it can be very volatile and spiky. And it can also be good to make sure you have your break even set before the news is released, just in case the market spikes in your direction or in the opposite direction. All right, guys, and just want to thank everybody again for liking and subscribing, and make sure you hit the notification bell, because like I said, we got these really sweet trading journals coming out. We got limited edition coffee cups coming out, and a few other really nice products that you're going to see soon. So keep an eye out for my website and the book and all the trading strategies coming at you guys soon. And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter at GrayRabbitFin. I post a lot of charts and stuff up there too, so keep an eye on that. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot, and until next week, peace.